Hello, everyone. My name is Holly, and I am the trainer for this hour for English. In this hour, we will be talking. The topic is called describing workers. We will. Well, it's basically a vocabulary lesson with a focus on speaking. So the learning goals that I have for you guys today is to learn new vocabulary, activate passive vocabulary, and to practice speaking. So that is those are the learning goals I have for you guys today. All right. Hello, Cornell. How are you?
Hi, Holly. I'm fine, and you?
Very good. So how's the baby?
My son is crying after eating.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what the problem is. It
Uh-huh.
is it is usual in the morning.
Okay. But your wife is able to take care of it, so
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
good.
of course. Yeah, my wife is taking care of him. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. All
Thank you
right.
for your question.
Hey, you're welcome.
Yeah, about
Um,
my babies. Yeah. Yeah, she is he is growing very fast.
I'm sure he is. Yeah, that first year is always just so fast. It's like, oh
Yeah.
boy, you know. Hi, Fran. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine, thanks. And you?
Very good. Remind me, Fran, where are you from?
Well, I'm from Spain, from Valencia.
Okay, awesome. All right. Hi, Igor. How are you? Igor? Okay. So, Fran, it's about 7 in the morning right now, isn't it? In Spain?
Yes, it is.
Okay, awesome. All right. Hello, Aaron. How are you today?
I am quite fine, quite good.
Uh-huh. Okay,
Thank you.
good.
How have you been today?
Very good. Very good. It's yesterday I had it was kind of like a little holiday and I pretty much stayed off the computer, which was really nice. It was Thanksgiving Day, and so when I finally got back on the computer last night, it was about midnight my time. It was like a Monday again. It's like, oh, I forgot how to do this. It was funny.
Oh, yes,
It
yes,
was funny, but we
it
had a good.
happens.
Yeah, we had a really good holiday though, so that's fine. And all day today, I've been thinking it was Monday. So, hi Anatoly, how are you this morning? This morning for you?
Hello, I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. So it's 9 a.m. in Moscow, right?
Yes, 9
Okay.
a.m.
Okay, so in Aaron, it's quite late, right? It's probably about 2 or 3 in the morning in
Actually, it's
in Peru.
one.
One. Okay, so it's not as
One, yeah.
not as okay. 1 in the morning. Okay.
But it's okay. I'm
You're
just.
you're wide awake, alert. Yeah. Well, I'm teaching until 1 o'clock my time, so I think till 2 o'clock my time actually. So yeah, I'm like 11, 12. No, it's till 1.
Time is the same.
Yeah, I don't know.
It,
Uh,
it was a joke.
yeah, it's pretty it's pretty good. So. Uh, all right, well, let's go ahead and get started. The topic today is describing workers, and as I wrote on the chat, the Verbling chat, the learning goals today are to learn new vocabulary, activate passive vocabulary, and practice speaking. So what do I mean when I say activate passive vocabulary? Basically, to get you guys to start using words that you've seen and that you understand what they mean, but you've never actually used them. So those are the three goals I have for you guys today. Okay, so let's get started. Um, right, so just to make sure everybody knows who everybody is and where everybody is. I'm Holly, and I'm actually in Idaho in the USA, where it is 11 p.m. I am the Verbling Night Owl. I love to teach this at this time. Just I guess because I don't know why. So, and then we have Aaron from Peru. We have Anatoly from Moscow, Russia, And then Fran from, you said it was Valencia, Spain. And Igor from somewhere on the coast in Siberia, in Russia. And Cornell from Hungary. So we're all from different areas. And hopefully there'll be a few more people from other continents show up as well. So, all right. So the topic today is describing workers. So let's. It's kind of impossible in this situation to do in pairs. But anyway, as a group, let's think about these people for a minute. What character features should or shouldn't they have in particular? Wait, use any words from page 1. I guess we need to start with page 1, shouldn't we? So, okay. Sorry about that. I'm like going, what? This is really strange. Okay, character traits. Let's study the following adjectives and put them into the correct categories below. We've got qualities and we've got flaws. So Aaron, could you choose a word and tell me if that is a quality or if it is a flaw? So basically a quality would be a positive, a flaw is a negative. So a flaw is something that is a flaw in somebody's character is a negative trait. So,
Okay, a negative trait is flaw. Okay, but you want me to
choose one.
a quality.
Choose one of these words. Yeah, choose one of these words in the list.
Okay.
Arrogant, incompetent, any of these. And is it positive or is it negative?
Hey, productive is a quality.
Okay. So if somebody is productive, it is a very positive quality. Very good. Okay. Excellent. And Anatoly, can you choose a word?
The first one, arrogant. It is a flaw.
Okay. Arrogant is a flaw. Okay. Now, first, Igor, unless you weren't listening in the last class, can you think of a word that we were describing? We were actually describing Russians that it's a positive trait to arrogance. Can you think of the word that we used? You're on Skype, so you don't know.
Well, you can give me a hint.
It started with A.
With A?
Yeah. Do you remember that word?
No.
Okay. Just as far as I'm sorry. I'm going off. Arrogant is not the word. Never mind. Scratch that. Never mind. I was thinking arrogant was aggressive, so I apologize. Okay. So anyway, Fran.
Yes.
Can you choose a word?
Yes. Quality or flaw?
Quality or flaw, whichever one you want to choose, and tell me which one it is.
Well, loyal, I think, is a very good quality.
Yes, loyal is a wonderful quality. Excellent. Okay, and then Igor, can you choose one?
Bossy. And I think it's a flaw.
Bossy is a flaw. Okay. Yes, it is a negative word, meaning the person just tells other people what they should do all the time. Cornell, can you choose a word?
Yeah, bright, it is quality.
Bright, okay. What's another word for bright?
Clear.
Okay. Actually, I was thinking smart. Yeah. Somebody who is intelligent is bright.
Yeah.
So, okay. Welcome, Jabo.
Someone is thinking about something clearly.
Yeah, but bright is say for example, if you say that somebody is bright, that means they're intelligent.
Yeah.
So it has nothing to do with clear in this respect. Dazzling, bright being dazzling. Not when it comes to a character flaw. That has more bright, dazzling. Like right now, the Christmas lights are bright. Okay, but that has nothing to do with character flaws. bright and dazzling. Bright is intelligent, smart.
Okay, thanks, Holly.
Oh, you're
And
welcome.
the sun is dazzling,
Oh, excuse me?
maybe. For use dazzling in a phrase, the dazzling is, for example, for the sun. The sun today is dazzling. It's correct.
Dazzling is not a word that I use very often. But I wouldn't say the sun is dazzling because we can't even look into the sun directly. But I would call Christmas lights dazzling.
Okay.
You know, or the winter lights that people put out.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Excellent. Good.
Okay.
Good questions.
Thanks.
All right. Jabo, welcome.
Oh, yeah, nice to see you again.
Nice to see you too. All right, now we have Asia represented. So we have South America, North America because of me, Asia because of Jabo, and the rest of you are in Europe. So this is great. Okay, so Jabo, can you choose a word here?
Good quality or flaws?
Yeah, is a quality or a flaw? Quality is positive, a flaw is negative.
Yeah, loyal. Loyal
Okay.
is okay.
Oh, that's already there.
Punctual. Punctual
Punctual.
is a good quality.
Oh, okay, punctual is a good quality. Very good. Okay. Okay, and Aaron, can you choose another one?
Another quality.
Yes. Quality
Okay.
or flaw?
Okay, a flaw would be incompetent.
Incompetent. Okay. Excellent. Thank you. And Anatoly, can you choose one?
Careless, it is a flaw.
Yes. Careless is a flaw. Okay. And Igor.
Creative is a quality.
Creative. Perfect. Okay. And Jabo.
Okay, rude is a flaw. Rude.
Okay. Rude. Say it again.
Rude.
Rude. Rude. Okay, because remember, you just said lewd. You said lewd twice and rude once. Rude. Remember, do not touch your tongue to your teeth. Okay, and then it might become easier if your tongue does not touch your teeth. Okay, so rude is a flaw. Okay, and Cornell.
Respectful, it is a quality.
Quality. Okay, and Aaron.
Yep. Another flaw would be strict.
What do you think? What is y'all's opinion?
Well, actually, I would say it's good to be strict sometimes, right?
Yeah,
Or
it's good to be
to-
strict
to-
sometimes, and it's because the answers say that it is a flaw, but I don't agree with the answers.
Yes, I don't agree neither.
So it could be both. For example, an elementary school teacher needs to be strict at least the first part of the year, so that the students will behave. At the end of the year, she can be relaxed, but in the beginning, she has to be strict. She or he.
Holly, one thing I think, in my point of view, strict is not a negative flaw.
Hmm. I don't think it is either.
Yeah,
So
both are okay, but it is not negative.
yeah, I think that it can be negative.
Strict behavior and strict attribute could be positive as well.
I agree, but then there's the strict, the flaw could be where the person is too strict, so the person is not flexible.
Yeah, you are
That-
right, but it depends on the situation.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so Anatoly, where do you think decisive is?
Which word?
Decisive. This one right here.
Decisive. It is quality.
A quality. Okay. And Fran, how about hardworking?
I think hardworking is a very good quality.
Okay. Okay. Now I want you guys to think of your jobs that you do on a daily basis. Which one of these qualities is imperative, is important for you to have? The most important quality. Aaron, what is the most important quality for you?
Actually, I would say punctual.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So punctual is the most. Why would you say that for your job?
Well, we get to our job in time, so we can have a how do you say when you're going to take the place of another?
So that you can, yeah. So basically, so you can replace the next person.
Yeah, replace the other person, the previous person that was in your chair, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That's why, because they all want to go out. They want to get home early.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right. Now, great. Thank you very much, Aaron. Question for you guys, just based on something that Aaron said. What is the difference between in time and on time? Anybody know?
I don't know.
Okay. So the in time. Jabo, do you remember?
On
think
time means you're punctual.
The train arrives in time. Sorry.
So the difference. Okay, so no, everybody's forgotten. I think I've gone over this with some of you in one of the classes. In time is when you are there's a possibility that you might be late, and there's a deadline, but you get there and you say, oh, I got there in time. So you got there right before the deadline, or right before when you need to get there. On time is when you are punctual. But in time is when there's a situation that is causing you to not be late, to not be on time. Okay, so it is many times people will use in time when they mean on time.
So basically you're saying that on time is when everything just goes as it was supposed to be. And in time, for example, if there are some kind of complications, you have your deadline, for example, but you have complications. And I don't know if you're able to do this thing in time. So you say when you're were able to perform your job before the deadline, so we say in time.
Exactly.
And for example, if there were no complications and you knew that you were going to complete your job just at the right time, so you just say on time.
Exactly. So, Fran, you said I must send it in time. Yeah, it depends on the situation, and that's a thing about in time and on time. It's really situational, but I must send it in time. So if you say that sentence, I must send it in time, it means what you're saying is I might not get it done. So, but I must send it in time. And must is a modal that is very, very strong. Okay, so if you're saying I must send it in time, it is a very, very important thing that you are punctual with that fax or with that email or that report or whatever you must send. Does that make sense, Fran?
Yeah, okay. I think it's when you must send a file or a work and there are a deadline. I think I don't know is it if it is correct, and I think a possibility is I must send in time because there are a deadline, and the other option on time is, for example, when you arrive at the train station and you must arrive on time, no, to pick up the train.
Those are two good examples. Yes.
Okay. Thanks, Holly.
Yes, and thanks. And thanks, Aaron, for making that mistake, because this is a perfect learning opportunity for everybody. So, excellent. So, Anatoly, could you tell us what is a character, a quality that is very, very important in your job?
Maybe when a person feel responsibility for everything which he or she do, like.
Okay. So of these possibilities, so which one of these qualities is really important in your job? Is there anyone?
From this?
From this list, yeah.
In my point of view, all of them are crucial.
Okay, so in your job, they're all crucial. Yeah, I think they probably are.
I think the most recent one is are creative, productive, hardworking, and decisive. So all of them are very important to have.
In almost every job. Okay, would you agree with that,
Holly, not every job, because if we are talking about leader job, I think one of them is are useless.
Which one is useless if you're talking about a leadership job?
Strict maybe, but it is also very important. Yeah.
Okay. Jabo, do you agree with Cornell? Is there any one word that is more important than the other in your job?
In my job, okay, passionate, but the passionate is not listed on the list.
Oh, okay, let's add it then. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's add it.
Because I work at the call center and I deal with the customer issues, so I need to passion. Yeah. Passionate.
Okay. Yeah, passionate. Okay, awesome. And Igor, how about you? Is there any one specific quality that you think is more important than others, or do you agree with Cornell that they're pretty much all very important?
Well, I think for my job, I think the most important quality is to be punctual, to do job in time, on time, whatever. And of course, you have to be hardworking for that.
Okay, all right.
All the other stuff is secondary. It's
okay.
It's desirable, but not required.
Okay, all right. And Fran, how about you? Is there any one quality that you think is more important than the others in your job? Oh, okay. He probably noticed he couldn't speak, so he dropped out. Okay, let's go on. Let's describe each person below using the adjectives above. Some of the workers can be described with two adjectives. Number one, Cornell, can you speak that? And then could you describe some of the words? Use some of the words.
First one is Clara is always at her desk when I arrive. She's never late for work. It could be punctual.
Okay, so she is punctual.
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. Okay. And Aaron, could you read number 2?
Yeah, Zara is always very polite with the company's visitors, but she makes lots of mistakes in her emails.
Okay, so
That would
Zara
be
is
maybe careless, or maybe passionate.
okay. Well, let's do it this way. So she is polite, so she's respectful, right?
Yes.
So she's
Okay,
respectful.
yes. Yeah, she's respectful.
She's respectful yet careless.
Yep. Yep.
Yet careless. She's obviously not checking her emails before she sends it. Okay. Jabo, can you read number 3?
Okay. Abdul, is that right? Abdul is able to do more work than the rest of the staff in the same amount of time. Productive.
Okay, so he is productive.
Yes.
And I think it's Abdul, but I'm not sure.
Abdul.
So he is productive.
Sorry, can I just say that he's efficient?
Yes, you can also say that. Is that one of the words? No. But you can also say he's efficient as well. Very good. Very good word.
And it could be hardworking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but some people are hardworking, but they're still not able to get everything done. You know, they're not because they're not good time managers or they're not efficient. So.
Yes.
Okay, number 4. Anatoly, can you read that one?
Tony would never quit his current job. His company is like his family. He is always ready to work overtime and even on weekends.
Wow.
It is a good quality, loyal.
Okay, so
and
he is
hardworking also.
Yeah, he is a very loyal and hardworking. Yeah, I think that's the type of employee I want in my company. Somebody who's willing to work all hours. So. Okay, number 5. Welcome back, Michelle. Not Michelle. Welcome back, Fran.
Hello again. I'm sorry. I had electric problems and I lose the net to connect.
Yeah, it happens. It's even happened to me. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. So Igor, can you read number 5?
Michelle who? Michelle never hesitates when she has to make an important decision.
So she is
decisive.
So she is decisive.
Okay, Josh.
So, are you? Well, I'll start asking those questions after this. Okay, number 6. Fran, can you read that and choose some of the characters, the qualities or flaws that this Brian has?
Yes, Brian likes to give orders to everybody in the office. He also thinks he's better than everybody else. Brian is bossy.
Okay, he is bossy and arrogant.
And arrogant, yes.
So at least he appears arrogant. He might not be arrogant, but he is.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And Aaron, I'm going to have you do this because you're the Spanish speaker, so you can pronounce it right.
Okay, Paolo. Paolo works hard, but he doesn't have the skills necessary to do his job properly.
Okay. So he is.
He is not the skills. Okay, that would be competent.
And yeah, so he's, well, I would say he is hardworking, but also incompetent.
Mm-hmm.
Incompetent in his job. So he is obviously not a good job fit. Yes, Igor?
Sometimes being hardworking makes up for being incompetent.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, one of the things that I have noticed is some people who, I mean, hardworking it doesn't mean that you can do the job well. I can think of a person who we had the same job. We worked for the same company for about 10 months, and we both switched over from one department to the other department at the same time. And I was very rarely stressed with either one of the jobs that I had, but she was stressed all the time, and she was working hard, and she was staying at the office until 7 in the evening, and I was always leaving at 4. So, and it wasn't, she was hard working, but she just didn't have the right skills for that job. So
that's bad.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, you know. And then she was very upset, rightfully so. But she was very upset when they announced the layoffs, and she got laid off, and I did not. So.
By the way, I heard this question like, is your assistant incompetent or just inexperienced?
It might be. It could be one or the other, and that's why. Have you guys heard this leadership principle? I learned this last year, and I loved it. There's two choices that a manager can do when their employees are incompetent, or there could be hardworking but also incompetent. You either manage them up, or manage them out.
I knew we were
Do
going.
you guys get that idea?
Yeah, it's like, I think if someone is hard working, why not manage them up?
Yeah, I think that's what a lot of people would say. But if they're bossy and arrogant and incompetent, manage them out. So.
Yeah.
Like, you can find a lot of competent people, but who are not hardworking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they say that, like, say for example, if you have a person who is really, really good at taking tests, and they have to take a test, they probably will not work as hard as somebody who is not very good at taking tests.
Yeah.
And most likely the one who studies harder is going to be more successful. And so it's not necessarily the best people, but the people who are they're harder, have the most passion, like Jabo said, if the people who are passionate and they're willing to work really hard, that are more successful. So anyway, that's my experience.
We have a proverb about this. We say dedication beats ability.
Yeah, my dad used to say this. It was. I mean, I hope no one gets offended by this, but he used to say this: God doesn't ask about our ability, but about our availability, which is the same thing. So if you're available, then you'll work hard and do the job well. So my dad used to say that sometimes. Okay, now let's look at these adjectives. Now match the adjectives on the left with their opposites on the right. We've got hardworking, arrogant, productive, decisive, rude, careless, strict, and outgoing. Now we have the opposites that we have not gone over yet. Hesitant, lazy, lenient, modest, polite, reserved, slow, and thorough. Thorough. So let's start with Igor. Can you choose the first word to match?
Okay. Careless. The opposite. Thorough.
Yeah. Perfect. Opposite is thorough. Excellent. Okay, Fran, what is your choice?
Yes. Rude, I think the 5. Rude, the opposite is polite.
Okay, excellent. Rude is polite. Rude is opposite of polite. Okay, and Aaron.
Okay. Would be outgoing, would be reserved?
Yes. Reserved. Yeah, and a lot of times people will say, try to use the word shy to be opposite of outgoing, and it's not necessarily the opposite. Shy is more a person who's shy is a little bit more scared.
Now, may I ask a question?
Yeah.
I always wondered what's the exact difference between easygoing and outgoing. It's like.
Okay. I can talk to you about that. An outgoing person, I'll just write it out. An outgoing person is energized by having people around.
Extrovert, right?
Yeah.
Extrovert.
Or having people around, and are so they're energized by having people around, and therefore are very friendly. Are very friendly. So it's over here.
Sorry, why do we have a singular verb for person is, and then say therefore are?
Oh, are you? Therefore are okay. Because I've got this spoken grammar and I'm bad. Sorry about that. An outgoing person is energized by having people around and therefore is very friendly. I'm sorry. Let's see if it'll fix it. Yes, yay. Okay. That is that. No, that's good. It's good that you did that, and that's totally fine with me. But just I mean, it's hopefully it's obvious to you that as native teachers we are not perfect, and the R is are and was were. Those are actually the real common mistakes made by native speakers. So we have a lot of them. Yeah.
I can understand where it comes from. Like,
yeah.
An outgoing person is, and after that you forgot that you were talking about person.
Exactly.
You were talking about people.
And by people, yeah. So that's the reason. That's exactly the reason why I went with R. Okay. So an easygoing person. Let's see if I'll make the same mistake. An easygoing person is relaxed and doesn't let details bother them. And so they can appear very friendly. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I see.
How's my grammar this time, y'all? I avoided the is are completely. So.
It was great to me.
Yeah.
Sorry for that.
Yeah. All right. Very good question, Igor. Though, because what's another can anybody think of a synonym for easygoing?
Relaxed.
A synonym for that is hopefully it's new for you. Is laid back.
I see.
So let's see if it's not letting me write it, except it's there. Come on.
Sorry.
It's okay.
So if you don't give a flying something, that you're easygoing, yes?
Yeah. So a laid back person is an easygoing person. So, and then of course an outgoing person, another thing we can say an outgoing would be an extrovert. Extroverted person. So, all right. So we were with Cornell. Can you choose a word?
Yeah. First one, it is decisive, hesitant.
Okay. Now on that one, that you are correct on that. However, the pronunciation. Let's go over the pronunciation of that word, because what you said was decisive. Okay. So and with the C. You have to actually have it kind of stronger. Decisive.
Decisive.
Yeah, exactly. Decisive. And hesitant. very good. Okay, and Jabo, can you choose one?
Okay, let's see. Okay, hardworking. Its opposite is lazy.
Yes.
May I ask a question?
Yes.
So I've heard this verb and I tried to remember it, so I failed. So maybe you know this word. So it's about like when you keep fluctuating about some decisions. Like you think this thing is good, another moment you think that thing is good, another
okay.
moment you think this thing good again. It's like you're constantly changing your mind.
I have to. So what is that when a person? Well, one word for that would be indecisive.
Well, it's like it was not a word, but a verb. It was like really to describe the situation when you have maybe 2 or 3 choices and you can't choose one. You keep going from one to the other. It's like, maybe this one is great, maybe this one is great.
Yeah, there's a word for that because you're seesawing back and forth between two.
Hesitate, right? Verb.
Hesitant? No, I mean you're indecisive. Indecisive is a better one for that. Or you could be hesitant, but there's a specific word and I cannot think of it. Where you are, like a double. It's like double-minded. Oh man. I'm sorry, Igor. It does not come to me. It may come to me later, and if it comes to me later, I will let you know. Yeah, but I know what you're saying.
Difficult.
Yeah. Well,
maybe
yeah.
Fickle.
Fickle could be one. It could be one of them.
But it was not fickle.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
No, my sister uses that word all the time, and I keep telling her she's using it wrong, and she keeps telling me to check the dictionary. So that's a word I need to work on. So,
okay, no problem.
Yeah. But she's an English teacher to native speakers of English, and I'm an English teacher to non-native speakers, and so we have a different approach on the way we speak. It's the way we approach language is pretty funny. So, okay. So Anatoly, can you choose a word?
Arrogant.
Okay.
And modest.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. And like stereotypically, a lot of people will see Americans as very arrogant.
Yeah, and here you can say someone is humble or someone is modest. So is there any difference?
No, there's not a difference between humble and modest. There's actually a vocabulary activity that I do with students where we go through a lot of these types of words, and you have to put them all together in the same category, and you have humble, meek, modest all together. So the other word is humble and meek.
This one is new to me, meek.
Okay, that's why I said it. I'm always happy when I'm able to share words that you guys have not heard of before. So humble, meek, and modest are all mean the same thing. So not arrogant. Okay, let's go to another word. Aaron, can you choose one?
Yes, strict. The opposite to strict would be lenient.
Yes. Okay. You guys hear that noise? Somebody kind of behind me scratching on the carpet. My dog has decided he needs to scratch on the carpet right now. So.
Okay.
Does anybody hear it? He's not doing it now.
Everything is alright.
He was like.
Yes.
You heard it? Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit at the back.
Yeah, He usually isn't in here when I teach, but when he is, he always makes some type of noise. So, okay, and then I'm going to do the last one because it's, of course, the most difficult. So, if you're productive, if you're not productive, then you are probably slow. And though that's just one definition, I mean, one opposite of that. If you're, I would say, if you're not productive, then you're unproductive. Slow to me, if you're not, opposite of slow to me is fast. So,
Yes.
but that's an interesting difference. But yeah, it works. Okay. So let's talk about some of these words. Jabo. Oh, we lost somebody. Who left? Oh, Cornell. Okay, he'll be back most likely. Jabo. When is it important that a person is decisive? Hello?
We can hear you.
Okay, good. You can hear me.
We can.
Okay. Can Jabo hear me? Okay, Anatoly, can you tell us when is it important that when is it important for when a person is decisive?
Decisive for people who make decisions
quickly,
who on the high level in a hierarchy in organization.
Okay, so it's really important for somebody who is a leader in an organization to be decisive. Very good, very good. Aaron, when is it? When can it hurt a person if they are very reserved? Can that hurt a person in their job if they're very reserved?
Cannot hurt a person if he's very reserved?
Yeah, when can it hurt their career? Can it hurt their career if a person is really reserved in their job?
Oh, of course, because in the world we want, if I were a boss, I would like to, just like you, to have a very hardworking and efficient persons, and it has to do with a person to be outgoing, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a reserved person is usually a reserved person isn't. Some reserved people are still outgoing. A reserved person is usually just unwilling to give details about themselves, and they don't always talk very much unless people ask them a direct question. They don't usually volunteer to speak.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I think it depends also on the culture. But
yeah, but since what we need in our business, we need a lot of solutions that can problems can come up several times, and so we need a lot of solutions, some options, right? That's when outgoing persons appear well.
Yeah, that's why it's really, really good. Okay, let's go on to okay. Jabo was gone. I thought your internet was out. First Cornell left, and I knew it was an internet problem. Then I thought, well, maybe it's just going down the row. So then it would be Igor, then Fran, and then Aaron and I will be left talking. So okay, Jabo, talk to me. Have you ever been in a situation where a person in your organization is not productive enough? So they're very slow. Maybe they're incompetent. What happened? What did the manager do for that person?
I think some of them, I mean, older employee in my company, they like to stack in a company, just like surfing the internet or checking the Facebook, something like that. And but my managers don't really care about that, because
really?
they're all employees. So my manager really bad. Just only talking about the situation.
So is your manager fairly lenient then with his workers?
Yeah. My supervisor is he's very lenient about what they are doing, because they know that just a small time or relaxing is okay, no problem.
Okay, all right, thank you. Okay, Anatoly, in your opinion, what is better for a leader in an organization to be, strict or lenient?
Strict.
Okay.
Because it is a part of business life to endorse competition and to find decisions, and not always light decision. Sometimes it could be crime decisions.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Strict and consequent.
Strict with consequences?
Yeah.
Okay, strict with consequences. Okay, that makes sense. All right. Igor, is it possible for a person to be Igor and not Igor? Is it possible? Okay, I'll say that right. Is it possible for a person to be arrogant and not offensive?
Am I arrogant?
No, you're not arrogant, but is it possible that a person is just because sometimes a person is just an arrogant person would just be overly too confident. But what's your opinion? Can somebody be arrogant and not be offensive?
I don't think so.
Okay, so you think that?
No, I don't think that you can be both arrogant and not polite or something like that. I think if you're arrogant, you don't really care about other people's feelings. You just do what you do.
Okay, all right. Okay, now
what's your opinion on that?
My opinion, I think that sometimes in my opinion, if a person is truly arrogant, they're always offensive. But I think that many times a person who is considered arrogant is actually not meaning to be arrogant. What they're meaning to be is what they are being is just a little bit overconfident.
Yeah, like they like to do.
They're being misunderstood.
To do things their way, right? You always like to do that.
Yeah, well, no, an arrogant person, they like to do things their way, but they're also they're overconfident. They're too confident. And
you are right, Holly. But arrogant person could be very bright as well.
Yeah.
So we are talking two different meanings, because arrogant is a behavior, and parallel person could be bright as well.
Yeah, they could. Well, the thing is that an arrogant person could also be very charismatic.
Yeah.
And because of their because of the charisma that they have, does everybody know that word?
Yep, I know.
And ego.
Yeah, because of their charisma, people don't, and they have a high ego. Yeah, their ego is very strong. Because of that, people don't see it as negative. Where another person could be arrogant, but they're also very negative. So anyway, all right, Fran, one more question. Are there? Let's see. These questions get more and more difficult for me. Okay. So, okay. Have you ever seen an employee be very, very productive in their job? They're like one of the most productive. They're most productive and decisive, outgoing people in their job, but they still are not promoted.
Well, it's possible. I don't understand. Do you do you mean people who is a very good worker,
Yeah,
but
they're very,
it's
very
not
good.
promoted in the company, no? For example.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It is possible. I think, for example, in the public administration, because you could be a very hard worker and a productive person, but it's possible next to you there are another people and unproductive person, and it's possible to promote this person and not the productive person. I think it is possible.
Okay, yeah, and I find that amazing. You have a person with all these great qualities, and then you have a person with all these great flaws, and all these flaws, and the person with the flaws are the ones that are getting promoted.
Yes.
So.
Here in Spain, it's usually the high-level workers in the public administration, the politician. It's a very unproductive person. I think they are slow in this case, as a slow person, but they are the boss of the administration. And productive person are usually the technician. I think I'm a civil servant, and I think I'm a hard-working person. And in general, we are very hard workers, I think.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. All right, well, everyone, thank you very much for your time and attention today. I hope you learned some new words. Everyone, what is meek?
Gentle, meek.
Humble.
Meek is gentle. Yeah, gentle is the other word, actually. Gentle, humble, meek, and mild, or modest. So, all right.
Meek is shy.
You guys. Yeah.
See you.
Yeah, shy is one of them. Yeah. Bye.
Okay,
See you later.
Holly, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much, Holly. See you tomorrow or any other